The idea of the exhibition was to take us back not to the story of Egypt in general, but where the archaeologists of Boston University went to Egypt to look at mastabas. And the way the mastabas are made, they always follow the same schematic of spatial order. So there's always the chapel, and then there's the funerary room, and between the both of them there is a long corridor. And in between the two of these spaces, we put chambers that describe certain themes about ordinary life in Egypt, because of course these objects would accompany the deceased in his eternal life. The concept here is to recreate the experience that an archaeologist 100 years ago would have had discovering a mastaba and finding objects of the everyday world. So that's why we try to put in the exhibition photographs of the original excavation. So you can compare the objects that you look at to where they were found.
The thematic approach, learning about the ancient Egyptian life, because by grouping the objects linked with a thematic, it helps learning more about a specific aspect of the ancient Egyptian life. So the objects are not just talking about a certain time and place, but they can also reveal some aspect about family life in ancient Egypt. So we really believe that the thematic structure helps going beyond just what the artifacts could say just when you look at it. Visitor will really have the impression when they exit the exhibition that they have been able to really feel what it was to be an ancient Egyptian at that time. We develop audiovisual production at the end that is more focused on the scientific aspect of the studies of mummies. This really helps understanding more precisely, okay, what can we learn from the mummies? So even though we have a great knowledge of ancient Egypt, there are still possibilities to discover new things about this ancient civilization.
There's a mummy here that has a very Canadian story. It's a mummy that was acquired by l'Université du Québec à Montréal. And that mummy had been damaged in the 1969 student movement. This exhibition was an occasion to restore the sarcophagus. So we strangely see that these mummies have had their story, but they continue their story today in Canada. And this is their life now.